Good afternoon.
Sorry, fighting with my. Okay. 14B District Court is now in session. This is Magistrate Hillary Braley presiding. Now calling case number 24W001478. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Jennifer Zaman. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the deputy.
Deputy Benjamin Seller with the Washington County Sheriff's Office.
Ma'am, state for the record, please. Ms. Zaman, state your name for the record, please.
Jennifer Zaman.
Okay. Sorry, you are very quiet all of a sudden.
Can you hear me?
You're still pretty quiet. Are you able to hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, then we'll make it work. So today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in this matter. What I have is a citation that charges that on or about May 8th of 2024, you did operate a motor vehicle on Congress Street at or near Stevens Drive in excess of the speed limit. You were cited for going 1 to 5 over, that is 40 in a 35. You were clocked going 53 in a 35. So, do you understand that charge?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Before we get started, Deputy Siller, was there anything that you wanted to say?
Yes, she has a good driving record, so I was going to offer reduced impeding traffic and place to the 1 to 5 over.
Okay, thank you. So, ma'am, what that means is the officer in charge of issuing the citation has offered to amend it to, it's still a civil infraction, but it does not get sent to the Secretary of State, and there are 0 points associated with it. There is, however, a $180 fine.
Okay. I was told that it was 120 and I did get a point. Is it an impeding traffic ticket now, or is it still?
So he is offering to amend it to an impeding traffic ticket. Yes.
Okay.
There's no points associated with impeding traffic. There is, however, a higher fine.
Okay, so. I understand. Could I say something real quickly?
Well, okay. So your options for today, if you wanted to accept his offer, obviously that's fine. You can otherwise accept responsibility, that is, admit that you were speeding and basically pay the ticket. You can accept responsibility with an explanation, that is, you can provide mitigating information to the court and the court could potentially lower or eliminate the fine, or you can deny responsibility for speeding, at which point we would have the informal hearing. So if you are planning to accept the offer, then you don't have to say anything else at that point.
Could I just ask real quickly, is that my only option for not getting any points on my license? Is it just the impeding traffic ticket?
Yes.
Okay. All right then, I guess I accept. With that being said though, can I ask if there's like a payment plan of any sort, just because I don't really have the best finances right now, I guess. Is there anything I can do? Sorry.
How much time do you, that's okay. How much time do you think you need to pay?
Preferably a month if that's okay. I just have a lot of other things to pay for.
Okay. So then what I will do is set you for a show cause hearing date. We'll say July 30th. If the $180 is paid in full by the end of July, then that hearing will be canceled and you won't have to come.
Okay, that sounds great to me.
Okay, thank you. Then if you don't have anything else, you are free to sign out of Zoom. Your hearing is concluded.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you. So you said, oh, he's here. Okay. Just do. Good afternoon. Give me just a moment. Okay. Now calling case number 24W001507. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Kevin Christopher Cup. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the deputy.
Deputy Benjamin Seller at the Washington County Sheriff's Office.
Thank you. And Mr. Cup, please unmute and state your name for the record.
There you go. Hold on. Am I unmuted?
Yes.
Yay! I'm Kevin Christopher Cup.
Okay.
Here, Your
thank you.
Honor.
What? Oh, thank you. Okay. Today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in this matter. So what I have is a citation dated May 10th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on Harris Road at or near Foley Avenue with an expired plate. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is a civil infraction. There are no criminal penalties associated with that. I will note that the court is in receipt of a number of documents showing that you appear to now have updated registration and insurance.
And I updated my license too.
Yes, I see that as well. So updated license, insurance, and registration. So before we get started with anything, given that information, Deputy Siller, did you want to say anything?
Yes, I explained to Mr. Cobb that if he got everything squared away by the hearing date, that I was going to dismiss his ticket. So I'd like to dismiss it, please.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Cup, the officer in charge of issuing the citation has made a motion to dismiss it. Am I correct in assuming that you would like me to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In that case, the motion is granted and this matter is dismissed. So,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you. Your hearing is concluded. You're free to sign out of Zoom, and Deputy Siller, I believe those were your only two, so you are also free to sign out of Zoom.
Great, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
what Robin,
Hello? There we go.
Yes. Just a second, please.
Okay, here.
The volume is very low.
Did she say anything?
She said just a
Huh.
second. Hi, I'm sorry. My mom, Debbie McCormick, is signing in. I had to help her. She doesn't really know how to use Zoom, but I just wanted to show you that she is right
Hi.
here present.
Hi, thank
And
you.
I was trying to set the phone up.
Okay, so now calling case numbers 24T13463 and 13464. These are both the Township of Ypsilanti versus Debbie Rita McCormick. Names for the record, please, starting with the issuing officer.
Timberland.
Yes.
No. The officer has to say his name first.
Nicholas Rife.
Thank you. Okay, ma'am, now you can state your name.
Debbie McCormick.
Okay.
Nice today.
So today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in this matter. What I am seeing are two citations dated May 26, 2024, and they charged that about 4:18 in the afternoon. You were parked in the Ford Lake Park boat lot. With two vehicles, a black Buick Regal and a blue Chevy Equinox. So, do you understand those charges?
Yes.
Okay. So these are civil infractions. There are no criminal penalties associated with these, no jail time, no probation. I believe the associated fine is $50 per ticket. So you have three basic options as far as these tickets go. You can accept responsibility for being parked in the boat lot. That is basically you would pay the tickets. And this would be for each ticket. So you would accept responsibility for the Buick and then you would accept responsibility for the Chevy. Okay. You can accept responsibility with an explanation so that the court can take into consideration any sort of mitigating factors and potentially lessen or eliminate the fine. Finally, you can deny responsibility, that is, deny that you had a vehicle parked in the boat lot, at which point we will proceed to an informal hearing. The court will swear in both sides, take testimony and evidence and witnesses if you have any, and then make a decision based on preponderance of the evidence, which is a standard of about 51% to 49%. Okay, do you understand all that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Before we get started, Mr. Rife, did you have anything that you wanted to say?
Nothing to add at the moment, no.
Okay, then, Ms. McCormick, given those three options, which one would you like to go with for the ticket ending in 6-3? That would be the one for the Buick.
2.
Okay, so you want to accept responsibility with an explanation.
Yeah.
And for the ticket ending in 6-4, that would be for the Chevrolet.
2.
Okay. Okay, then if you want to proceed with your explanation.
Okay, so I come into the park and I was parking. The man told me that I couldn't park there for the boat. So I moved my car, the truck, and I parked on the side of the black car. So when I parked, I just went up to the little gathering we was going to, where I was going to. And I was going up to the gathering, but when I came back, went to the car, to get a jacket and stuff. That's when I saw the tickets. Okay. So if I wasn't supposed to park there, I moved from the first park, moved outside of the black car. The man should have told me where to park. He didn't tell me where to park. So that's when I proceeded to go up to the gathering. And on the way out, that's when I stopped at the front desk. So if he would have told me to park where I was supposed to park, I would have parked there.
Okay. Okay. Let me see.
And I
That was our first time
Yeah,
ever
at that
going
park.
to that park, by
Yeah.
the way. So we didn't know. And then also as well, when I had spoke with the woman, the park ranger, regarding with the tickets, and she had said that she had stated that they had told other people there at the pavilion that they could have parked there, but we didn't know. We got there actually late, and we didn't know.
Which were you at one of the pavilions?
Yes, it was a barbecue that was going on at the pavilion.
Diagram of what the parking lot looks like. Okay, so to Mr. Wright, just so that I have some idea with the parking lot. Is it all designated as parking for?
no.
Yeah, the I don't know if you've got a color picture or not. The paved lot closest to the boat launch is all designated as boat parking.
We just see the sign.
I don't know if
Picture.
that helps at all.
Not without a
So
picture.
just clear, so I can make sure that I know if we ever go back that way. Is there signs up so that no one else can get confused for the matter?
There are signs as you're driving towards that area. There are 3 or 4 signs that you pass on your way into the parking lot.
Oh, okay. We didn't see the signs, so that was one thing about that. We didn't see the signs. Because we would have parked where we were supposed to have
Right.
parked at.
Right.
We never would have parked there if we wasn't supposed to park there.
And then he
Hey, call me right back.
saw me move the car, and then I parked on the side of the black car. And if you would have told me where to park, I would have parked there.
Okay, thank you. So, and just to be clear, both of the cars are yours, the Chevy and the Buick?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So, thank you for the explanation. Okay, what I will do then is I will lower the fines in each to 25 so that you're paying a total of $50 on both.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, then. And that would be payable to the 14B District Court.
So you're over there on Huron?
Yeah,
And
South River
Whitaker?
Drive.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. Okay, so did you have any other questions?
No, that's it. That's it.
Just make that payment as soon as you can. And otherwise your hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
Okay, thank you. You guys have a good day.
Okay, thank you, you too. And Mr. Wright, I think that was your only one with us. So you are free to
I
sign
think
out
that's
as well.
possible. Thank you. Have
Yeah.
a great rest of your day.
Okay, thank you, you too. Okay, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, just a moment, please.
No, it's on.
Okay, let's try this again. Now calling case number 24T13455. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Brian Bruce Willis. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the officer who issued the citation, who I believe would be Mr. Jackson.
Yep, how are you doing?
Hi, state your name for the record, please.
My name is Dalen Jackson. I am the ranger for Ypsilanti Township.
Thank you. And Mr. Willis, state your name for the record.
Brian Bruce Willis.
Okay, thank you very much. Today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in this matter. What I have is a citation dated May 25th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date, you parked a vehicle in the designated boat lot.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a civil infraction, so there's no criminal penalty associated with this, no jail time or probation. My understanding is that the associated fine is $50. So do you understand all that?
Yes.
Okay. So before we get started, I am seeing that there was a permit supplied to the court or
Yeah.
photocopy?
For the boat launch. Yes.
Okay. So, given that information, Mr. Jackson, did you want to say anything before we get started?
No.
Okay. So, Mr. Willis, you have three options, basically. You can admit responsibility, that is, admit that you were parked in the boat lot and basically pay the ticket. You can admit responsibility with an explanation so that the court can take into consideration mitigating factors and potentially lessen or eliminate the fine, or you can deny that you were parked in the boat lot, at which point we will proceed to an informal hearing. The court will swear in both sides, take testimony, and make a decision. Do you understand those options?
Yes.
Okay. Given those options and the attachment that you provided, which option did you want to go with?
Is there any way that it could be lessened, or the second
So,
one?
are you denying that you parked in the boat lot?
No, we did park there.
Okay. But you want to provide an explanation?
Yeah, because I was just wondering, because I got charged for the boat launch and I got the pass. It was in my window visible, but I still got a ticket. So that's what I don't understand.
Okay.
This is the ticket that's printed on your paper.
Yes. Okay, and I can see that dated 5/25. It's got a number 2242 on it, daily boat launch permit.
Yeah.
So, okay. So that's your explanation, is that you had that and it was present at the time. So, okay. Mr. Jackson, given that information, is there anything that you want to say now?
So if the ticket was issued, it was most likely due just because there was no trailer attached to the vehicle. That is the only way we would actually issue a ticket for that. As far as the boat pass, I don't know if it's actually his or if he just paid for the wrong pass. That could have been an actual possibility, just him paying for the wrong thing.
Okay. Were you launching a boat at the boat launch?
No, we just had kayaks because we have a rack on our roof of our car for the kayak, so we don't have a trailer. And we asked the guy at the front counter about that, like if we would just pay a regular park pass for that, or do I still got to pay a boat launch pass? And he said, yes, you still have to pay a boat launch fee. But he gave me the ticket or whatever, so I figured that was my pass. So
Okay. Okay, well, given all of that information, thank you. The court does accept your plea of responsible with an explanation, and the court is going to waive the fine in this matter.
yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Your hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Okay, so Mr. Collins and Mr. Rossi, you need to connect to audio. Touch the screen, look at the buttons. Okay, Mr. Collins, you should be able to hear me now. You do need to unmute. Okay. Now calling case number 24T13458. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Antoine D. Collins. Appearances for the record, please, starting with Mr. Jackson.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Appearances for the record, please, starting with you.
Oh, I don't know exactly what to say, but I'm getting, guess, huh?
Just state your name.
Oh, sorry, Dalen Jackson.
Okay. Mr. Collins, please state your name.
Antoine D. Collins.
Okay, thank you very much. So today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in this matter. What I have is a citation dated May 25th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date, you did park a motor vehicle at Ford Lake Park in the boat lot. Do you understand that charge?
Yes.
Okay. That is a civil infraction. There is no criminal penalty associated with this, no jail time or probation. My understanding is that there is an associated $50 fine. Before we get started, Mr. Jackson, was there anything that you wanted to say?
No, not at this time.
Okay. Then, Mr. Collins, you have three basic options when it comes to this ticket. You can accept responsibility, that is, admit that you were parked in the boat lot, basically pay the ticket. You can admit responsibility with an explanation so that the court can take into consideration any mitigating factors and potentially lessen or eliminate the fine. Or you can deny responsibility, that is, deny that you were parked in the boat lot, and the court will then proceed to an informal hearing. We will swear in both sides, take testimony, and make a decision based on preponderance of the evidence, which is a 51% to 49% standard. So, do you understand those options?
Yes.
Okay. And which one do you want to go with today?
Well, number two, yeah, I was there, but we were switching out. I don't know if you want me to give an explanation right now, Judge.
Magistrate. Yep, that's fine. You can give your.
Okay, Magistrate. Yeah, what I've been going there for over 2 decades. I've never had a problem there. I've fished there, docked there, switched out vessels, and had no issues as far as that particular day. We have done it for the past 2 decades or so, and it's a truck with a hitch on it, and we took off the trailer and was down there switching off vehicles. We did pontoons, we did jet skis, and we did boats there, and that's the reason why I was there. And have done that in the past years and never had any problems. I'd have been out there to concerts, Johnny Lawrence concerts and everything. Never had a problem there. Fished there for 2 decades, and then all of a sudden this happens. But then when you actually look over a little bit further, you got a parking area where it says vehicles and trailers can park there, but then you got a slew of vehicles there. Nobody's ticketing them. So I'm like, what is the giveaway here? And it was plenty of parking space there. I was right down there. We were switching out vehicles. And I know they had to actually drive by and just take the information down and then write the ticket, then come back and put it on there, because I would have gave him an explanation if it needed to be there. And like I said, I've never, in over 2 decades, I've fished the beach area. I done fished all up and down that area. Been there for his tennis, been there for his concerts, Johnny Lawrence concert, helped out, patronized the park, and never had an issue there. Never until this ticket. And it just floored me. It really did, because in my opinion, that's what that is for. When you actually have access to all that type of stuff, it's people that do that from time to time, to where they switch out vehicles like that. They switch out trailers and stuff like that. And if you got a truck there, it's not a car, a truck with a hitch on it. It shouldn't be no distinction of what's going on there.
Okay.
But I got a picture of the area where trailers and vehicles with a trailer supposed to park, and they say only, but then you got a slew of cars there and they're not ticketed.
Okay. So I just want to clarify a couple things. One is, did you have your permit to be in that spot?
Did I have a permit?
Yeah, my understanding is that you have to get a permit at the front gate. Mr. Jackson, feel free to.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess there's a permit that you have to get to be in the boat launch area.
Okay, well, that's where it get kind of catchy, because I'm part of law enforcement, and I just showed them my badge, and I told them I was just going to go in there and help out for us doing that. It was no issue. They allowed me in. That's what I'm saying. I've been allowed in that way numerous times and had no issue. That's what I'm saying, Judge. Oh, Magistrate. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a little bit more to it than what is actually being documented here. So I've done that for, like I said, decades and had no problem. I've never had a problem.
Okay, and I hear you. I am taking a look at something, just a second. Okay. Mr. Jackson, off the top of your head, do you know how much it is for the parking pass?
So for a boat trailer parking pass, if I'm not mistaken, I think it is $8 for a daily. For a seasonal, depending on if you're a township resident or city or state, it could range from like, I want to say $15 to $50.
Ms. Castleheim, did you want to chime in?
I thank you. My name is Robin Castleheim. I'm the community events manager for Ypsilanti Township. I oversee all the parks, the rangers, and the gate attendants. I want to maybe clarify or try to help in some way with what Mr. Collins might have done and what Mr. Jackson did. So a daily pass for that park is $5, or you can get a seasonal pass or an annual pass that ranges anywhere from $10 to $50. You can buy a boat pass daily, $8, or you can buy the annual pass. If you're going towards the boat launch area, obviously the lanes are very extended. You know, it's for a boat or a vehicle with a trailer, but I believe there's 4 or 5 signs. So you can't enter any row without seeing a sign that says only vehicles with trailers can park there. It's very clearly marked, no matter what aisle you try to go down. That boat launch area was built with a grant from the DNR that said we will have this amount of spaces available for vehicles with trailers. So what we try to do is we try to find people, talk to people, and then we write tickets. If he was down on the beach area, he probably didn't see us come around. There's no car that we don't write a ticket for if we see it, but we also always usually try to find them prior to writing a ticket. Ticket is the last thing that we want to do because we'd like to educate people and then just have compliance. As far as the Johnny Lawrence Jazz Series, that's not an option to even park down there during the Johnny Lawrence Jazz Series. Those 2 lanes are kept open for the boats. There is 1 lane is blocked off during that for vendors only, but Mr. Collins, unless he was a vendor there, would not have parked down in that area. I appreciate that he wants to come out to the parks, but we try to stay very consistent with our rules because if we're not, it kind of doesn't work out that right. Okay, so we try to be very consistent. We look for them, we try to educate them, and then we ticket them.
May I say something, Magistrate?
Yes.
Okay, the looking wasn't there because I was right down there where you launch the boats, and to be courteous, I could have parked down there. Not to be courteous, if I would have parked down there where they're launching the boats, and also the jet skis, and also you had kayaks that we was working with there. And I'm not saying I parked down there as far as that area, Johnny Lawrence. I'm saying I patronized the park. I've been doing it for over 2 decades. That's what I'm saying. And I'm just bringing credibility. It's no dispute far as that area being used there. But what I'm bringing out is, and I think I've seen you too, at the gate area up there. And my concern is that by patronizing the park, and I love the area because it's definitely an area that I love to fish. I was actually down there in that area. I'm not saying that it's used for the concerts or anything like that, but in your own statement, in your own words, you said that y'all try to educate people, talk to people. Nobody came and said anything to me down there. If you came down there and say, well, who owns this truck up here with the hitch on it, you're in the wrong area. But we had just taken off a trailer, and it was just parked there for convenience, so we can actually access the kayaks, and the pontoons in the boats back out of the water. So that's what it was for. It wasn't anything far as just a combination of John E. Lawrence concerts parking over there. I parked on the grass, and I've been given courtesy where I park along that dirt area there too.
Sure. This is the magistrate chiming in. Yes. And I'm cutting you off because unfortunately I do have to keep the docket moving along. What I am going to do at this point, because it sounds like there has been some education that has happened here today, which is good. I will accept your plea of responsible. I will lower the fine to $8, which is what you would have paid for the boat pass that day. Okay. So Instead of a $50 ticket, it will be $8. If you can pay that to the 14B District Court, that would be appreciated.
I
This here
appreciate it, Magistrate, but I felt like it should be nothing because she actually said that she was they like to educate people. I wasn't educated that day from somebody letting me know, and I've done that, like I said, numerous times. In her own words, she said that as
I muted you, sir, because I need to keep the docket moving. Okay, I have other people who are waiting, so I am going to call the next case. I appreciate that this was frustrating for you. Your hearing is concluded. You may sign out of Zoom. Now calling case number 24T13469. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Stephen Rossi. Appearances for the record, please. Mr. Jackson. Yeah.
Dalen Jackson.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rossi. You need to unmute and state your name for the record.
Stephen Rossi, I apologize.
That's okay. Thank you. So today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in this matter. What I have is a citation dated May 28th, 2024 that charges that on or about that date you did park a motor vehicle at Ford Lake Park in the boat lot. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. This is a civil infraction, so there are no criminal penalties associated with this, no jail time, no probation. At this time, you have three basic options. You can accept responsibility for the ticket, that is basically pay the ticket. You can accept responsibility with an explanation, that is basically admit to parking in the boat lot and then provide an explanation so the court can take into consideration any mitigating factors and potentially lessen or eliminate the fine. Finally, you can deny responsibility, that is deny that you were parked in the boat lot, at which point we will proceed to an informal hearing. The court will take testimony, make a decision based on preponderance of the evidence. So do you have any questions about those options?
No, option 2, Your Honor, please.
Okay. You may proceed.
Well, to make it very quick, I live right next to the park, a couple of doors down, and I've been getting help for obsessive compulsive disorder in Wisconsin and New York, and then in Michigan. I've been on this mental health journey that has taken since 2012. And one of the things my psychiatrist recommends is going for walks in the park to use mindfulness. And I did park in the boat park. I lived in New York a long time. I didn't have a car. And there are 3 signs there. Officer Jackson pointed them out to me. And I came in that day, and it was the first day after Memorial Day, and you had to buy a pass because I'd been coming in April for free. And just doing my walks. And then I came there on May 28th and I bought the pass that day, the $10 pass for the year. And that was the day. And Officer Jackson did everything, he did everything right. I was hiking and I had my headphones in, and I didn't hear him calling the bullhorn. I didn't even know that was an option, but I didn't hear him call for all cars to move out of the boat parking lot. And yeah, I was very foolish for parking in that boat parking lot, but all I can say, Judge, I will never do it again because there was no need for me to even do it. It was my sort of OCD one-track nervous anxiety demeanor where I wasn't paying attention to the 3 signs. And Officer Jackson will tell you, I spoke with him after, and as someone who's just trying to get back on their feet, trying to find a job, just got a brand new therapist. I know $50 isn't the end of the world, but I do have car insurance due on the 1st. And again, this is not, I do tend to help the park. I have OCD, and for cognitive behavioral therapy, they want me to touch things with germs on them, whether it be coins or litter. So I'll be walking around the park, and this doesn't make my parking in the boat lot right, but I will constantly be throwing things away because I love the park. It's right next to me, and that's all. I just couldn't believe it happened on the day I bought the pass, and I learned, and I'm never going to do it again. But please, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, given that, what I will do is lower the fine to $40, and you can have time to pay it. Okay, so if that's something that you need to make a couple payments, that's fine. Just bring them to the 14B District Court. Okay,
Okay.
okay, so,
There's no other leeway we can do there because I'd been coming for March and April and no one had been there and no one ever advised me. But
Sir,
it's like,
okay, the court has made its decision.
okay,
The hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
thank you. Do I know how long I have to pay the fee?
However long it needs to take you.
There's no due date?
Do you think you can have it done by the end of July?
Yeah,
Okay, then, the end of July.
okay,
Okay,
thank you.
thank
Just
you.
come in cash and bring it to the court.
Yes, that would be fine.
Okay, okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Okay, Mr. Jackson, I think that was your last one.
So all set. All
As far as I know, you are free to sign out of Zoom.
right. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. I have no idea what this is supposed to say.
You know what it is.
Okay.
That's, I think it's not.
It's this. Okay. Can you send them a message? Somebody needs to get her connected to audio.
I'm here.
Yes, Ms.
Can you hear
Watson.
me?
Yes, I can hear you. And Mr. Van Slyke, it looks like you can hear me as well. Give me just a moment. Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. Did you send them a message? Okay. Sorry, we'll get started in just a second. I just wanted her to be connected to audio first. Okay. Okay, there we are. Everybody should be able to hear me now. Now calling case numbers 24W001528A, B, and C. Those are the Township of Ypsilanti versus Melissa Ann Fuller. Case number 24W001571, that is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Julian Bernard Van Slyke Jr. And finally calling 24W001521. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Lisa Ann Watts. You know what? Today is the date and time set for informal hearings in these matters. These were set for 1 in the afternoon. It is now 1:54. The officers in charge have failed to appear timely. Therefore, these matters are dismissed. So,
Thank you.
You are welcome. You may all sign out of Zoom.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.